The Federal Inland Revenue Service (FIRS) says value-added tax (VAT) paid for the purchase of goods and services in the country can only be fully operational at the federal level. This is coming on the heels of the recent ruling by Federal High Court in Port Harcourt, Rivers State, which granted all the 36 states and the FCT the legal authority to internally generate value-added tax within their states or areas of jurisdiction. Clearviewtv's Gloria Tal now tells us more.
Recently, a federal high court in Port Harcourt granted all states of the Federation the legal right to collect value-added tax and personal income tax generated within their states, contrary to what had obtained in the no-distant past, where the revenue collection is usually done by the Federal Inland Revenue Service (FIRS) for the central government, which only shares a pittance of total revenue collected with the states. The ruling by the Federal High Court in Port Harcourt is, however, not going down well with the FIRS. The agency's Special Tax Operation Group, led by Matthew Bojungbola, told a news briefing in Abuja that the VAT payment system cannot work at subnational level because it depends on what he calls the input-output mechanism. He said a number of challenges like payment of rates for interstate movement of goods and services will arise, as well as the percentage rates for each state, which could lead to an increase in the prices of goods and services in the country.
There is no country in the world where VAT works at subnational level. And the reason is because VAT depends on the input-output mechanism. However, if this is operated at subnational level, that is, let's say at the state level, it will mean that when the business person is paying that VAT at the state of source, and we have said, assume it's Osun State, Osun State Revenue Authority will have collected that money. And then when this business person is selling that same item in Sokoto State, it will charge VAT. Now, the dilemma is, how does that business recoup the VAT paid previously? Either of two things will happen. Either Osun State will have to refund the VAT collected, or Sokoto State will have to absorb that loss. And that in itself creates confusion.
Chiaka Ben Obi of the FIRS Digital Innovation Support Group said the agency was able to generate 1 trillion naira in the last 6 months of 2021. She said this feat was achieved through technologies and partnerships with third-party agencies.
For the past 10 years, we have been trying to achieve an non-human intervention in tax administration from end to end. And we've deployed many third-party technology or tax administration solutions, which still left us with gaps that we were running like a mini manual or semi-automated system. So what we have done now with TaxPro Max is that we are managing the life cycle of a taxpayer using technology.
VAT is collected and administered by the FIRS on behalf of the Federation, and the revenue arising from it is usually shared among the federal, state and local government areas, with the federal government taking 15%, the 36 states and the FCT share 50%, and the 774 local government council areas share the remaining 35% of the generated revenue. Gloria Atta reporting for Clearview Television.